welcome back to my channel. I'm Maggie. Today for Vlogmas, we're going to be going through and decluttering my entire beauty collection. So we're going to be going through my makeup, skincare, body care, and hair care today. I do have a nail polish collection, but I have been into doing like gel nails at the salon lately, the last couple of months. But that will end as I'm not going to be in the city as much. Anyway, it's a long story, but I don't want to touch any of that nail polish. I just want to like wait and see how I feel after I come back to painting my own nails, instead of prematurely getting rid of something right now. So we're not going to do nails, but we're going to do everything else. I'll have chapters listed down below if you want to skip around, but I'm really excited. In general, I have a smaller collection, but I still have a collection. So I'm looking forward to going through everything today, and I hope you enjoy. This is kind of a precursor so that I can do my entire beauty inventory, which I have done for the last couple of years. So going through and decluttering kind of sets me up so that then I can film the inventory and get my real, counts and everything for the new year. So I hope you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get into the makeup. Okay, we're gonna start the decluttering with my makeup. So I have an everyday makeup basket that I use. Definitely needs to be gone through and maybe swapped. And then this is where all of the other makeup sits that's not currently in my basket, because I do rotate, shop my stash, I do project pan, so there's drawer down here, and then there's all the different categories up above and little compartments. So one thing I want to say for me and my personal makeup collection is I kind of set time frames for when I want to finish things up. So for me, I really don't want to have powder products more than 5 years. I know that I like spray them with alcohol and everything, but to me, they just kind of get old. They don't always perform as well. And if I haven't used it in 5 years, like finished it all the way up, then I'm probably not going to. And that's okay. So that's kind of a standard I have. And then for cream products, so basically anything that's not a powder, I do the same thing, but with 3 years, just because, like lip glosses and lipsticks, things just kind of start to turn a little bit faster when they are not powder based. So that is something that's going to be in the back of my mind and why I'm going to justify things the way I will. And this is also going to be a little bit kind of quick. I will do a proper makeup collection video in inventory. I'm just trying to do some decluttering today. Obviously this video has more than just makeup, but I will come back for another video and do a proper, collection. So let's start with the everyday basket. I feel like this will be a little bit faster for me to go through because most of this is stuff that I am using, most days. I'm just going to get the camera set up here and we'll dive in. Okay, so this is the makeup basket. Most of this is stuff that I'm going to be keeping. Right off the bat, the Soft Glam 2 palette. This is my Pan That palette. So at the end of the year, I will be decluttering this. If you have not followed along with my Pan That palette series, I am basically just trying to hit pan in every shade. I have finished couple up as well. So that's been really great. But this is my oldest eyeshadow palette and we are hitting that 5-year mark. So at the end of the year, I will be decluttering it. So going forward, this will be gone, but it's still going to hang around for a few more days in my collection. Otherwise, in here, I don't know that there's too much. I mean, most of this is in use. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking here. I think, let's see what's in here for my I have this like candle holder. I am going to get rid of this lip balm. It's an SPF 30, but this SPF has definitely been expired and I don't really love the texture of it. So I'm going to get rid of that. I have other lip balms I can swap in. But otherwise, I think the rest of these are fine. This brow pomade from Milani's kind of on its last legs. I think I will try to revive it one more time. And then after that, it might just be time to get a new one. But I have used, obviously, a lot of it. Yeah, I think that's fine for the basket. There's nothing else in here that I'm seeing that's really like screaming at me of things to get rid of. So let's move over to the other stash. So these are the things that are not currently in rotation. I feel like this is where things tend to hide. So back here for palettes, one palette I know I'm going to get rid of is this Canyon Alter Ego palette. I bought this. It's supposed to be, the inspired by or the dupe of the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. I am so glad I bought this version and not the bronze palette. I think I would have had a harder time decluttering the actual bronze palette. But I talked about this in my Pan That Palette series too, that this is just too deep for me in general. So I'm going to be decluttering this one. Beautiful, but just doesn't really work for me and my fair complexion. Otherwise, my palettes are pretty good. I also have just like a mini Z palette here to make my own little combinations with singles and whatnot. So I think I'm good there. Let's go through lip products. These are kind of the ones that aren't currently in rotation. So I love these e.l.f. ones. I'm definitely going to keep those. I also have been loving the Tarte Maracuja lip pens. I know everybody's been hyping about these for a while, and I finally tried them and I really love them. I get it. This is a newer gloss, the NYX Butter Gloss and Creme Brulee. I've gone through a few of these in my lifetime. Always a good to have. And then I do enjoy this YSL lipstick, and maybe I'll try to focus on using this up. I have another one. I don't see it. It must be in a coat pocket somewhere. But one I know I'll get rid of is this Makeup by Mario. This is, what is this called? The Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color. This is in Soft Blush. It's a pretty color. I just don't love how it looks on my lips. It's almost like, I don't know. It just clings to the wrong spots. It doesn't really look smooth and glossy like I wanted it to. So I'm not going to fight with this anymore. I'm just going to get rid of it. Here I have backup, so I have an extra mascara. Oh, that is something. Quarterly, I swap out my mascaras. My favorite mascara is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. So at the end of the month of December, I'll be getting rid of this one and opening this one up. But again, I've got a few more weeks with this one. And then I have backup setting sprays. I have the Milani Make It Last Matte currently on the go. I don't think I like it exceptionally well. I know I like the Make It Last Original, and they had a 2-pack, so I just bought those. All right, this is where I have some like foundation-y kind of products. I'm going to get rid of the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream for oily skin. This is too old. I don't really wear liquid, I don't know, foundation anymore. I'm more of a powder foundation kind of gal, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. And then this Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, I remember enjoying this one, but I have used a lot of it, and again, I'm just kind of not into these types of products, so I'm gonna let this one go too. I am gonna keep the 2 Fenty Ease Drops though. I do enjoy these when I want to do something a little bit like more high coverage, and I do have 2 shades. Obviously this one matches me best, but in the summer I can mix in a little bit of this deeper shade to make the right color. So I'm just going to keep these as my like liquid foundation type product for now. And then I have a mini Fenty Beauty, what do you call this, primer. I'm going to keep that. And then I have a mini little Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Strawberry bottle. I just refill this with whatever setting spray I'm using, but then it's just smaller, you know, items to take when I travel. This is from Ulta Beauty. It's the Under Eye Brightener. It's a pink kind of like concealer stick, and I just don't use it anymore. I feel like this actually made my under eyes look heavier and cakier than if I don't really use much product at all. So I'm going to declutter this. I haven't used it all year, so that's a good indicator that I don't need it. Okay, moving down here, I just kind of had backup. So I have an extra primer, an extra powder pan, and then I've got a loose powder here, an extra eye primer. Maybe what I'll do is just kind of organize this a little. And then I have another powder foundation here as well. So I think I'm pretty well set on the top part. Let me pull out the bottom drawer and we'll keep diving in. Okay, so this is the drawer. Over here, I just kind of have miscellaneous things. So I have an Anastasia quad that I can put singles in. I've got a sharpener, just got miscellaneous things. But down here is where I typically keep my blush and highlight. That's not in rotation. So for blush, I've got these 2 powder ones. I really enjoy the Hourglass one. Is this pretty kind of coral color. So I'm going to keep both of those, but I am going to get rid of the ColourPop blush sticks. I've had this for 3 years now, so it is time for me to pass it along. This is in the shade Cool It. I just honestly have learned that cream blush is not my thing, no matter what the format, because I thought for a while it was just the format and maybe I would like a stick more, but I like powders, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then, oh, this is an eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow stick. I'm going to hold on to this for a little bit longer. This is the e.l.f. No Budge shadow stick. I just wore it the other day. It is starting to dry out inside, but it still performs. So I'm going to keep this. I probably will say goodbye to it next year, but I'm going to keep it for now. It just kind of hangs out down here. It's the best spot for it. These two ColourPop highlighters, if you've been following my Project Pan, you know that these are ones that I'm going to declutter. I did hit pan on both of them, so I'm happy with that. This is Monster. It's got like more of a pinkier shift to it. And then this one is Lunch Money. I absolutely love Lunch Money. I would consider repurchasing it. But again, I've had these for 3 years, so they're just not as fresh. So I'm going to get rid of those. And then this I Heart Revolution one, I'm going to keep. This is like my body highlight that I use. So I'm going to keep that. But yeah, let me just do a quick sweep through. I think I got everything. I'm not going to worry about brushes right now. I need to wash all my brushes, and then I think I'll go through them at that point. I didn't get my act together to do that today. So ultimately for makeup, I am decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products from my collection. That is pretty good. I don't have the biggest collection, as you can tell, but I'm happy with that. So let's move on to skincare products next, and then we'll go into body and hair care. Okay, we're going to go through skincare next. Part of the makeup is I decluttered this lip balm. I typically consider lip balm as skincare, so this is one declutter for this category already. What you see out here kind of already laying out is what was in my cabinets. I just threw everything in a little tub and brought it over here. Because again, this is kind of like the current rotation, what I'm using most frequently. I only have one thing right away that jumps out is this Clean and Clear Persitin gel. This is a benzoyl peroxide acne treatment. I know that benzoyl peroxide can stain, and I got mad because it stained. So I'm actually going to get rid of this. I got this CeraVe Acne Control Gel. This has AHA and BHA. It doesn't have benzoyl peroxide, and this is working great for me. So I'm going to get rid of this one. It's just not the right ingredient for me. Otherwise, the rest of this is pretty good. I know that I use it on a regular basis. Oh, except for this. This is the Jergens Natural Glow Face Lotion. This is definitely expired. It had SPF 20, but there's no way that that is still good. And, you know, I don't really do a lot of like self-tanning for my face. I just let that naturally happen in the summer. So I'm going to get rid of this as well. All right, and then yeah, I've just got like these other serums. Everything's good there. So let me move you down to the backstash again, where more things tend to hide. Okay, so I have this box as well as this little box. It's like a mirror drawer thing that stay underneath my bathroom sink, and this is where I put all of the extra stuff. So I've got some sheet masks in here. I'll keep those. Just a quick look. Pretty sure everything in here can stay. Let me look at these samples. Oh, those are fine. So yeah, I just have some, like a bunch of lip balms down here. I've got extra moisturizers, extra serums, overnight mask. So I'm pretty good with what's in there. Let's go through the minis. So when I go for a trip, I kind of stop here to pick out what I want to bring with. So I think, I mean, the stuff on top is stuff I just traveled with. We were in Florida for Thanksgiving. I've got like little mini masks in here. That's the goal. I do want to finish them up, some of these items, but so far I think they're all fine. Yeah, let's see. There's a hand sanitizer. Yeah, I think this is actually okay. I feel like skincare is something I can generally get through skincare even if it's not my favorite product in the whole world, just because I feel like I'm more ingredient based. So if this is a vitamin C serum, I have a spot for a vitamin C serum in my routine. I will just power through. I might not repurchase one if I don't like it, but I feel like skincare is a little bit harder for me to declutter because I don't know, I actually use it every single day, twice a day, you know? So this is kind of uneventful, but I'm getting rid of 3 items with my skincare. So I'm going to put this aside and pull out the body products, and we will do that next, and then we'll wrap up with hair. Okay, we've got body products. I basically just pulled out the backstash of, you know, like things that are in my shower I kept there. But let's go through this. So here I have kind of shower items. I've got some scrubs. I'm going to keep all of those. Some shaving oil. These 2 shave creams from EOS, I'm not the biggest fan of now that I use the shaving oil from Tree Hut, but I did finish one of these up on our trip, so I'll just save these for a trip, finish them, and I probably just won't repurchase them again. So moving over, these are just like little miscellaneous items. I've got 2 self-tanner drops, and to be completely honest, I'm not going to use the second one, so I'm going to declutter this. One's already open, and I hardly use that as it is, so I definitely don't need 2 of those. Okay, then I have lotions, so I've got a couple of travel size ones. Again, I'll just use those traveling. I've got some hand creams and some little minis here. That'll be easy for me to finish. The rest of these lotions are fine. We do have 2 of the Jergens Natural Glow like lotion. My husband and I like to use this on our arms and legs when it starts to get warmer out. So that's fine. We just don't really love the face one that I declutter during the skincare section. Where I think I'm going to have the most declutters is in this fragrance section. I consider this to be body care. So up here I have 2 Creed fragrances. One is Queen of Silk. That was my wedding day scent. And then also Carmina. Those are not going anywhere. This line here is all from Dossier. I really enjoy being able to try scents. These are like all inspired by our dupes. There's one in here, the Joe Malone Nectarine. I used a decent amount of this. I mean, it's not full, but it's not my favorite. So I am going to get rid of that one. Otherwise, then I have this set of like little minis, and I think all of these are fine. I have kind of recently gone through and tried to finish some stuff up. So I'm okay with where these are at. But my body mists, I have these 2 from Bath & Body Works that I got last year, I believe. Or maybe it was the year before. But I have In the Stars and Cactus Blossom. And these are just, I don't know. There's something about each of these that I don't like. The In the Stars is way strong. Like, I can barely stand it on myself. And then this Cactus Blossom has some sort of like undertone scent that just, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I need to sneeze. So I'm going to get rid of both of these because they just aren't jiving for me. And then I have these 3. And what I think I'm going to do is keep the Brazilian Crush 62 from SDJ. And then these 2 from Pacifica. Again, they're okay. I've used a good amount of them, but they're not really my favorite. I've kind of forced myself into using them because I had them. So I'm going to get rid of these as well. I just don't really want a ton of body mists. I would get more of the little size of these SDJ ones, but I prefer like scents that are a little bit more robust. And I have all of these minis that I'd rather focus on than body mists. And this basket came from downstairs. I have a little tray out of the scents that I want to use for the season. So these are my winter scents, and all of these have a place. I'm not seeing anything I want to declutter. So for decluttering in the body section, these are the products I'm getting rid of. Again, I'm at a place with my body care. It's kind of like skincare where I will use the lotion up. Like, it might not be my all-time favorite, but I will use it up because I do use lotion every day. So does my husband. So like between the 2 of us, we will use up all of these creams and stuff like that. So these are the ones that are going to be leaving me. And then last, I'm going to pull out my hair products. We'll declutter those, and then I'll show you all of the items we're decluttering together. Okay, so these are the hair products. I have right here the products that I'm currently using. So I've got mostly styling, a hairspray, dry shampoo, detangler, blowout cream, a root cover up spray. And then just a couple of other, you know, oils and root powder. And then these are the travel size products I have. Some of these are really close to being finished up, so I'm not going to declutter anything because I could just finish it probably like in 2 uses. Like this hairspray has practically nothing in it. Up here I have kind of like backup full-size products mostly. I guess that dry shampoo snuck in, or they're kind of like off season. So I have naturally curly hair. I wear my hair naturally curly in the summer. Where I live, it's super humid and hot. It's just not worth heat styling or blow drying my hair. But then the rest of the year I blow dry it and stuff like that. So it just kind of depends on the season. So I'm pretty much going to keep everything except for this Aveda gel. My husband got this for his hair and he didn't really like it. I tried it with my curly hair and I don't really like it either. So I'm going to get rid of that because neither of us will use it. And then these are some hair masks I have set aside as well. So those are fine. I feel like it's pretty reasonable. I have a job for each of these products. But what I really want to spend a minute on is this basket. This is under my sink and this has all my hair tools in it. So I've got heatless curls. I used this last night, so that's staying. And this is my blow dry brush. I love this. And then this is, it's in here, but it's my 2-in-1. It's a straightener and a curling iron that's kind of mini for travel. I'm not going to open it all the way up, but I'm going to keep this as well. So those are like my top 3. And then underneath here is where things get a little funny. So I do have a round brush. I never use it. So I am going to clean this up and then probably declutter it. Like I never round brush my hair. If I'm going to blow dry my hair, I'm going to use my blow dry brush with the brush built in. And then I do have a proper curling iron here. I've had this for years, so I'm going to keep that. And then I have a proper blow dryer too, and it does have the curly hair diffuser, and I do like that. And then there's another barrel for the curling wand. I don't know why this is clanking around in there. So I think this is actually not as bad as I thought it was. I'm just going to get rid of this one brush because yeah, I'm not going to use it. So as a reminder, these are the products that I have decluttered. I'm happy to have gone through this exercise. I'm actually going to be filming later today my total beauty inventory. So you'll be able to see everything I own and I'll do a count and all the categories and stuff like that. But I wanted to declutter first. So for makeup, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products that I'm decluttering. And then plus I'll have that other eyeshadow palette at the end of the year. But for today, 8. For skincare, I got rid of 4 items. For body, basically fragrance, I got rid of 5. And then for hair, I got rid of 2. And even though I have a much smaller collection and I'm much more, I would say, utilitarian with what I bring in, like it's got to be something I'll actually finish up, I'm still glad I can go through and weed out a few things. This is still a good amount of products. So in total here, I have 19 items that are leaving me today, and that feels pretty darn good. All right, so that is it for my beauty declutter. I hope you enjoyed this video. As mentioned, I will have my beauty inventory coming up soon, as well as a makeup collection and inventory coming up soon where we will dive deeper into all the categories, get my counts and everything. I find it really helpful to do that, but I wanted to make sure I could declutter it beforehand so I'm not counting things that aren't actually going to be sticking with me into the new year. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.